Alright. It's Denny back. We got a box today. You see it's from rc4wd drive. Wonder what's in it. Let's open it up. So, here's what we got, everybody. Today's video is going to be on the rc4wd drive ginormous 5th scale Yota axles. Putting together my project, and I decided to bite the bullet and buy the rears. If you can see, the size of these things are huge, humongous. I got a 8mm shaft out here. It has a differential. Hold one side, turn the other. Full differentials in them. Nice quality. I did email them. Nobody's done a review on these before that I could find anywhere. And I bought them. I know rc4wd drive is more of a crawler site than, they got some extremely nice stuff there. The quality is phenomenal. As you can see, I did a review on the Blazer body I bought from rc4wd drive. The detail was good. These here, I emailed them afterwards because I'm playing with the idea with this truck to do a 5th scale gas version of a 4-wheel drive leaf spring truck. Now the problem was, I did read one review that somebody had on one of their RC sites that they said that they weren't set up for this, and I don't know if they got the information mixed up or whatever, but rc4wd drive said they're okay to use with gas, electric, they never had a problem with them. They've never had any issues with these rear ends. So if anybody out there has had issues or heard of them, hit me up on my page and let me know. They come with the leaf spring mounts. Now they stopped making these. I think they were going to do a 5th scale crawler at one time, and it just went for the wayside because on the site they had listed a transfer case, leaf springs, drive shafts, and all the part numbers are a bunch of X's, so that means that it never made it in history. So, however, they discontinued these. They weren't cheap. They were $500 for these axles, and they were on special. So normally they're $600. So I also got on Evil Bay and I bought from Rovin RC some nice off-road 5th scale tires. Now these have a 24mm hex on these, so do these. Now the nice thing is you can change these ends and put a smaller hex on here if I want to, because inside there's one nut that holds it on with a pin. Now I'm not impressed with the pin size because even the Sen GST, the pin is bigger. However, for now, I'm going to try it out and see where it goes. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to tear them apart and look inside because everything's loose. They just slapped them together. And I'm going to show you guys what the insides look like to try to give you guys a really good review on these because, like I say, I've not found anybody who's done it. So, alright, I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm going to tear them apart. Okay, so we got the front one apart. The rear is probably the same. As you can see, the axles are really nice CVDs in here, nice and tight. They're more like the Clodbuster style axles. If you look at me, as the thickness goes, they're good size 8mm axles. The pins are kind of small for the diffs and all that, but I don't know. They say they'll hold up the gas. We'll try it out. Nice anodized housing on the end. They have, this is basically your two halves, like a clamshell to go together. And it's got line-up pins for everything. The teeth in the differential, kind of fine. As you can see, it's kind of fine teeth. So, I don't know. We'll see how she adds up. So, I'm already looking at maybe I need a backup in case I blow one of these out, because if anybody knows me, I put things through the test and destroy them. So, and then here's your front third member cover with your pinion in there. So it bolts on as a 3-piece housing. Your diff, your axles, your CVDs, and on the outside end, these are your hubs. They have a nice ball hub with nice bearings on it. Excuse me a second, my phone's ringing. Hold on. And they have brass sleeves in here for your, so they turn. I can see they're nice and tight when you get them together. They were a little sloppy when I opened up the box. I was a little concerned there, but so this is where I'm at. Okay, this build has gotten totally out of hand. It started off where I was going to use the center, the GSTE center. I was going to make my own axles, and I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, you know what, that's just not scale. It just doesn't look good. If I'm going to do this, I want to make it scale. So for the wheels and tires I got from Robin RC. They always got good deals there for 5th scale stuff, I'm telling you. You got to go and at least check their site out. I bought a lot of things from them. And I got a boatload of parts coming as far as a motor. And I also bought online a 5th scale transmission. It was $50. And it's all steel gears and everything. Which I thought was a good deal, because the Sen GSTE tranny is, they got those takeouts. It was like $75 for a takeout, And they're a good tranny, but I don't think going to hold up to gas. It does nitro, even though the nitro motor, they claim to be 5 horsepower for their 7.7 nitro, and but it does screw. I've had those things. I've had mine out there, and it gets all twisted out of shape. So this is the review I did on the axles, okay, and with what I bought, and if anybody's been following the build, I did build a handmade frame, a C-channel, so it's like the real thing. And I got a little cross member here I'm working on right now. I might have to make that a little wider for the tranny, because I was just kind of winging it. One thing I did do is I got online and I measured the width of the leaf springs to the axles here from rc4wd drive, and that's how I set my width here when I built this thing. So far, I know you guys are gonna crap your pants when you hear this. So far, without a body, electronics, or none of that cool stuff, drive shafts, I'm at $1,200 on this build. Yes, it's expensive. Yeah, it's going to be a one-off, one-of-a-kind, 5th scale, solid axle, leaf spring, 4-wheel drive, truck, car, Jeep. I don't know yet. I haven't built a body for it yet. Things add up quickly when you're buying and you're building. I usually do a lot of scratch building from just resources that I have around, so it's cheap. The Impala that I built up there, that one there, I don't have half of that money in there. It would have been cool to put one of these in the Impala, because that's when I originally seen these. I wanted to buy them because it looks just like a 62 Impala, 3rd member, Ford 9-inch, and Toyota axle. They all have a 3rd member in them, which is pretty cool. The quality is just phenomenal. It is just unbelievable. They've done their homework very well, and it's a shame they discontinued them. And this here they had a set in silver and a set in black powder coat. I bought the silver ones because, if I'm going to throw some bling on it, and I want to do the silver ones, the black ones would just get scratched up anyway. And this is more of a show queen, but I'm not going to treat it like a show queen. So that's where I'm at with the build today. I'm going to try to get these retrofitted in. And I went and got some U-bolts. As you can see, these come from your hardware store. Yeah, they work great on these axles, and I was hand making them. They fit perfect. But these here are a lot thicker. So I'm just gonna alter these, because these I can buy in abundances of. And I could very easily just alter these and shave out 2 little pieces with a Dremel, but I'm not going to alter them. As it is, the only altercations that these rear ends are going to get is going to be the hydraulic Roven 4-wheel disc brakes. I'm going to adapt them to this because they're 24mm hex, and the brakes look pretty good as far as retrofitting these to the hubs on this thing. I may have to do a little altercation on these, drill a couple of holes and put some brackets on them, but these are going to have hydraulic 4-wheel disc brakes, and amongst other little goodies that I've got on my wish list that I'm going to have to wait to get. So anyways, this is a review on these rear ends. Okay. Anybody got any questions, comments, or whatever, hit me up. And like, share, subscribe, everybody. Follow the build on this wacky truck I'm building, because it's definitely going to be a one-of-a-kind, you know. So I might change wheels and tire setups on it, you know, over the time, because like I say, now that I know that the hubs, they're just a cross pin, and you can see the axle tubes. Very simple. They set right in there. So that's probably, I don't know, I have to measure that shaft there, because it looks like many different axle ends will fit on here. Because basically it's a pin design, so if I got like a 14mm wheel adapter, I could just put in a filler in here, piece of tubing or something to slide over so that fit, and most of your wheel adapters have the pin in them anyway. So I could go smaller, and 24 is about the biggest you're going to get. The only thing that bummed me out about these, they didn't come with any nuts. You know, so now I got to go searching, because they make 2 different size nuts for these things, you know. Now I got to find the thread, get online, because they don't really tell you what the thread size is. They just tell you what it's off of. And I found that out with my Impala. When I put the 4-wheel disc brakes on that, I needed a 24mm 1-inch extension hex, so I could one for the rotor and one for the wheel. And they came. I ordered a set of red ones from, I think it was HPI, and then I ordered a set of orange ones from Roven. And I figured I would just use the nuts to make them all the same color, because I got orange nuts on the front of my Impala and red ones on the back. Well, the thread size was 2 different ones between the 2 buggies. So this here looks like the Roven style, because it's a fine thread. So I'm going to experiment with that and do a little searching to try to figure that out. So, like I say, guys, this is Denny. I'm going to continue on the build. This is like a quick update of like what I got in the mail today, and I'll do another video when I get the other stuff in the mail. And like I went smaller with the gas motor on this, because of right now we're testing the waters as far as durability. rc4wd drive said that there's no horsepower rating on these, you know, so you can use gas, electric, whatever. They say they're indestructible. Well, we're going to find out, and it's an expensive way to figure it out, but it is what it is. So if I break it, it'll be a shelf queen. Alright guys, I'm going to keep on keeping on here, and I'll update you with another video soon. Have a good one. Later.